a fairy godmother of dog travel or someone with a private jet. They're just not using LOL, but not LOL. Please send me their way. I mean, so if anyone wants to email us your final jet, we can connect you.
That'd be cool. Someone listening has to have a jet.
But
welcome to Guys We...
Greetings, human beings of planet Earth. How are you doing? Did you drink water? Did you vote? Are you wearing your seatbelt? Were you in a treadmill doing your spreadsheets? Welcome to another exciting episode of Guys We...
It's the anti-slut shaming podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show.
If you're listening to this the day it comes out and you're a Luminary subscriber and you live in New York City...
Or you're near, or you're by a train or a plane. Well, the plane might not be working.
Maybe by the time this comes out, it'll be working. A boat?
No better time to go and support
dragon?
your local train station.
Absolutely. Now is the time of trains. Come see Slutsgiving, 8 p.m. tonight at the Crown Hill Theater in Brooklyn, New York. Boo, boo, boo. It's going to be fun.
And bring a non-perishable food item.
Yes, because we will be donating it to a food pantry over the weekend. And
are you driving to the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you still have your car.
I will now.
Okay.
I will now.
Because I was like, otherwise,
I wasn't thinking about
we're going to have to Uber them in bags to my apartment.
I'm a drive.
Because we could leave them in your leave them in your car, and then whenever's good for you, we could go and drop it off.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
So, and then we're going to say hi to everybody after the show. And so we'll wait. As long as whoever wants to say hi, take a picture, chat, whatever, let's do it. So we hope to see you there. So let's giving tonight at 8 p.m.
If you want to send us an email, it's sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. This subject line says immigration, abortions, and English bulldogs.
Oh my.
Hey, Corinne and Krystyna, I've been listening to you since the jump, and you two have been with me through the absolute highs and the dumpster fire lows of my 20s and 30s. Unless my brain is failing me, a strong possibility, I don't think you've had someone share a personal story about this country's lack of immigration reform.
No, and it is aplenty.
So here goes with the hope that someone out there listening might feel a little bit less alone. Fight ICE in the streets.
I mean...
But just be careful because they're getting really violent and I don't want you guys getting thrown to ground and then you die.
If you flick them, they're going to go, he tried to murder me.
Yeah.
So just
wear a helmet maybe.
Yeah, and knee pads.
Yeah, quick backstory. I'm a first generation Chicana. My parents and siblings were born in Mexico and I grew up hearing about family members not having papers, people coming back with the help of a coyote. It's like an actual coyote?
Probably the spirit of a coyote?
The coyote, that's the name
of the person trying to get them across.
Shepherds people.
Yeah,
wow.
Right. I didn't know. I actually knew that.
I've actually never heard that, and I've literally been studying immigration. Okay, it was just a normal part of life in SoCal. Fast forward, I met my husband, who was brought here as a child via coyote and never had a real path to do it the right way. We talked to attorneys, and the options were A, have a kid, B, prove extreme hardship, C, lie and say I was abusing him.
I have a friend who had...
We weren't about to lie and kids weren't in the plan at the time, so we gave up. Cut to 2024, we had our daughter, a decision made out of love, not paperwork.
Nice.
We've revisited the attorney route only to hear again, well, you could always just lie and say your wife is abusive. So, big fat no. With ICE raids ramping up in our area, cops racially profiling and his health issues making detention life-threatening, we made the choice to leave the U.S. We want our daughter to grow up with freedom, dignity, and actual rights over her body, hence the title. And even though we were are going where we are going isn't a guarantee forever, this is the first step towards giving her dad freedom and eventually for her freedom of choice.
Yeah.
We're weeks away from moving to South America, and we can't find a safe way to take our dogs.
Fuck.
They're English bulldogs, so too big for the cabin and banned as cargo, which I wouldn't feel comfortable with anyway. We rescued them from rough conditions, their family, and the idea of them thinking we've abandoned them is killing me.
You can't buy them a seat?
No. What, you can't buy dogs a seat? That's not a thing.
Yeah, Justin buys Brutus a seat. He 100% buys
But he's trained as a service dog.
Oh. So, okay.
You can buy. He
You
needs
can get a
he's
service.
so big.
You could, I mean, I'm gonna give you a tip, but I only want to give it to people that are, use it responsibly.
Everyone
like I do.
knows you can fake a service
Okay,
dog.
good.
That's
All
not
right,
a
I just want to make sure.
secret.
I thought it was.
Literally
I just wanna make sure.
everyone in America knows that. And
Literally go to servicedoglicense.com and it's $25.
we have a plan B with my family in the States, so they'd be loved and cared for, but my heart is in knots at the thought of leaving them behind.
Yeah.
I don't have tons of money, but I'm desperate to explore any safe options to bring them with us. I mean, yeah, no one's told you to fake a service dog. Again, I would never recommend this, but it's like the difference
need
between
your dogs.
being with your dog and not being with your dog. So you use it once for the flight, and then you don't disrespect that again. Like, so what?
You have 2 dogs?
Yeah.
So your husband has one and you have one then. Maybe you have the
Yeah.
same disease or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, so they will ask. They legally
can't ask you what's wrong.
they can't, but they can legally ask what the dog's service is trained to do. Like what service is he trained to provide? So they might answer that. So heads up, just do some internet research and pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Different ones, obviously, if you're dealing with your husband. So if you or any of your listeners know a loophole, a fairy godmother of dog travel. I mean, there also are, again, you don't have a lot of money, but they also did recently introduce planes for dogs, but it's like $10K plus.
What?
Yeah, because it's like a private jet for you and your dog, and there's like you and 8 dogs on it. So
Sounds awesome.
it looks amazing, but it's wildly expensive.
Yeah.
So if you or any of your other listeners know a loophole, a fairy godmother of dog travel, or someone with a private jet, they're just not using LOL, but not LOL, please send me their way. I mean, so if anyone wants to
email
lend
us,
your
I'll forward
file
it.
jet, we can connect you.
That'd be cool. Someone listening has to have a jet.
But also, dogs can get passports.
Yes, I got Kevin a passport to go to Ireland.
So
my veterinarian,
but they still would have to. You'd still have to go through the challenge of they can't be in cabin, and I guess these because they're English bulldogs, they're going to be way over in cabin. Weight, which is about 20 pounds usually.
Right.
Yeah, you got to fake this. You got to fake the service.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually a big problem that, part of the reason that shelters, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but a lot of the reason, part of the reason shelters are so overrun right now is because so many families are getting deported by ICE and then their animals are separated from them. Jesus. And especially because it happens out of nowhere. People are getting ripped off the streets. They don't even have time to make preparations, and the government barely gives a shit about women. They certainly don't care about dogs.
Nope.
So this is actually a huge problem.
It's disgusting.
And if nothing else, I want this story out there so that anyone else facing these kinds of impossible choices knows that they aren't the only ones crying into their bulldog's jowls at 2 a.m.
America, man.
Thanks for being voices of laughter, truth, and total chaos through some of my darkest nights. Love, a sometimes still dumb bitch in recovery from being a full-time dumb bitch.
Okay, that's a step up.
Yeah, your only real choice here for transporting the dog is faking the service.
Yeah.
And it has to be service, not emotional support, because we ruined emotional support during COVID. So that doesn't work for anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because people started bringing peacocks and llamas on planes.
And he's also, so get the service license and then get the passport. So a veterinarian New York City kind of has everything at your disposal.
Oh, yeah, you'll need both.
My veterinarian has an international travel department for pets specifically. So they handle everything. I didn't have to do shit. I just had to tell them my day of travel, my flights. So maybe
neither of these things are costly. They're just like a little bit of work.
Yeah. And ChatGPT's your friend, man. Like research the process and stuff. Go on YouTube. But you can easily educate yourself on this. It's a wild world where, I mean, Jesus, people showing up for their immigration appointments, getting kidnapped, and then being shoved into a room with a bunch of other human beings under a fluorescent light is so disgusting.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting. It is so... so much compartmentalizing. So much compartmentalizing.
I mean, half of our countrymen and women voted for this.
I know, man. And after going to that rally, I'm like, that's not what you wanted. You just got. You got.
I think
you really
some
thought those
people
prices were going to go down.
Did want this.
Sure.
But yes.
For sure. I saw the shirts.
Yeah. No, some people do want this.
Yeah. And I can only hope.
I can't imagine watching any of these ICE videos and going, yeah, this is what I want.
It's so disgusting.
This is great for my country.
So authoritarian, and it's so gross.
Yeah, no, and this also reminds me of something like a lot of multiple streaming services are running ads for ICE, including Spotify. And when people tried to push back about it, they were like, well, it doesn't technically go against our terms of service. And I go, does it go against your terms of morality?
Because it should.
Are you out of your mind?
You feel comfortable promoting that? What?
So I mean, continue to be loud about that if you hear any of that. Obviously, it's like, it has
yeah.
crazy.
What are your thoughts? And again, Merrick, we might have to have you edit this out too. But
I'm still selling ice camouflage if anyone wants to buy.
What? What's ice camouflage?
Sketch,
is that a sketch you did?
The sketch that I did where
we're not associated with any of Eric's Freddy's sketches.
This one's very liberal.
we right here on Guys We Fucked. We want to know we do not endorse any of Eric Freddy's sketches.
I don't know if this is a moral dilemma or not, because I know ICE is an organization that has been around in the United States for a very long time. So they're not new, right? Mm-hmm. But what if you know somebody who was not born here, who is actually bad? Like a rapist.
I hear you. I'm never doing anything to encourage ICE.
Right. Because that's the dilemma I think of. Like, I think of this person that I know who's a very bad person, and how this person not being on the streets anymore would actually be safe for others. So it's like all the things that Trump claimed that they're going to get, they're going to stop, is just not. I mean, that's not.
Well, that would take too much work and organization. Obviously,
God forbid.
He's not doing that. He's just randomly going for anyone who looks like they, in his opinion, quote unquote, don't belong here, which is wild. Also, ICE isn't that old. I was like, ICE was created in 2003.
I thought it was the 80s or 90s.
No, I was like, ICE isn't that old. I was like, ICE definitely was created when I was already an adult. I knew that.
So ICE was an offshoot of 9/11.
Yeah, everything like this.
100%.
All
Gotcha.
this. I mean, fucking TSA is, 9/11.
Yeah.
It was established in March 2003, and it's a part of the Homeland Security Act. That's where it stems from.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, fuck ICE. Fuck ICE. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. That's disgusting that you have to now make these decisions. It's like all these things that
I don't even help regular police officers, never mind ICE.
Yeah, fuck ICE. And if you are in Florida, Key West, Florida, at the end of November, the last 2 weekends of November at the Tennessee Williams Theater, I'm going to be starring in Florida Man, the musical. And it's very fun. It's a very fun musical comedy that if you happen to be in Key West, you should stop by. And my podcast that I co-host with Daniel Pinchbeck, who's an author who writes about psychedelics and afterlife and aliens, it's called Wait, What? It is now available on YouTube. I believe we have all 7 or 8 episodes up on YouTube. For your viewing pleasure, youtube.com/waitwhatpodcast, or the link in my bio. And I'm not doing a Patreon these 2 months because it's just a lot of shit going on. So don't sign up for that.
If you want to hear more about politics, you can join me on Without a Country. Episodes happen 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays on YouTube, and then the audio is released right after that. This week, we will be talking about the MAGA civil war that's happening. So, you know how like the left for a long time was working on eating itself, and based on what just happened with the government getting right back up, maybe we will continue to. You know, we had a good, what was it? It wasn't even a week-long run. It was like a 6-day run of actually having momentum in the Democratic Party. But the good news is that it did make MAGA panic, and there's a lot of infighting going on, which is good. So hopefully it will fall apart from the inside. But we are discussing that at length on this Wednesday's show. So make sure to tune in. And of course, follow me on all social media at Philanthropy Gal.
And I am at Krystyna Hutch.
Eric.
At Eric FRETTY.
Amazing.
Is that true, what I just said? Or we are filming the whole thing?
Well, we're sorry guys, we're just doing a little extra work in the middle of the show. We're filming it. We're not releasing it as a podcast though.
Okay, got it.
Because when the live shows, it's not going to translate to audio.
Okay.
Good. So I would imagine that's a perk. Okay. We've gotten emails about this. I've gotten many DMs from listeners, from you guys, asking if I've listened to Lily Allen's new album. And I did last night. We're both big Lily Allen fans.
Yeah, I didn't get to it yet because I was honestly like, I'm not in the mood to be pissed off right now. But I have read all the lore surrounding the Lily Allen album, which is, it's tea.
So I've not read any of the lore. I just listened to the album.
All right.
The only thing I knew was
together we're one whole bit mad, angry lady.
kill all men. It's yet another example that cheating is just not personal. You could cheat on Lily Allen. I mean, I know I don't know her.
Well, I mean, he's famous too, so it's not as remarkable. He's more famous than her.
I guess.
Definitely. No, 100%.
I used to think
Not to
David
us.
Harbour was hot, but when I listened to that album,
You would.
I know.
Oh my God, that aligns. To me, like when he opened, like what did you watch? He did like a fucking Cribs or something where he opened his like New York. I have 18 vintage record players apartment, and I almost dry heaved. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh, I have
so
a vintage camera. Shut up.
he like collects like records or whatever. That's cool.
My least favorite type
Okay.
of Brooklyn man.
Listen
Oh my
to me.
God.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I did not know that I knew David Harbour they were married and everyone's like, oh, he doesn't look good. He doesn't come off too well after listening to this album. That's all I knew. He doesn't come off well after this. I didn't even know they were married, to be honest. There's this line that now I'm assuming most of this is very autobiographical. It is very detailed. This is a very detailed album, which I love. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, okay? He apparently said to her, and I was trying to look up if this is true. It seems what happened is he was cheating, so they opened up their marriage.
Oh, good. That's a good solution.
But one of the rules was you can have sex outside the marriage if it is with a sex worker that you pay. So nothing emotional. So I totally get that rule. And then of course
That's barely opening it up for me.
What?
No, I'm like that's like barely opening up the marriage. Like sex worker, that's like
that counts though.
it counts. You have to clear it. You can't just
Yeah.
be doing that. But I go, that's barely opening it up.
Right. That's for sure. Like emotionally would be the safest way to open up a relationship, I would think. I don't know. But I guess he said this line to her. She told a story about like the guy who scorned her, which I know now is David Harbour, said, if it has to happen, baby, do you want to know?
If it has to happen,
Fuck.
you just
You,
can't
dude.
control your loins so much.
So your ego is so out of control that you have to warn your wife that you're about to cheat on her in a way that does not comply with the previously agreed upon arrangements of your marriage.
Oh, that's what he said. I thought he was like, do you want a heads up if I'm going to go to the brothel? Okay.
Well, after listening to the whole album, I'm like, okay, he took this way too far, and now
What is a man taking something too far?
I know.
Wow, I know. It's crazy. It's a crazy album.
Yeah, you tell him you're considering maybe an open relationship, and he already has like 8 girlfriends.
Yeah.
I hate David Harbour's smile. I used to think it was so attractive. Now I know that he's like that. Like he's like that. He's that kind of motherfucker. And if you listen to this album, I think every woman in particular has either been burned by or dodged or has a girl that was burned by a maniacal man like this. This guy's maniacal. Okay, and he has a problem.
I literally put on Threads a couple weeks ago. Art is David Harbour having to turn off his Instagram comments because the moment I read about this, I went right to David Harbour's Instagram, and the moment that I saw that his Instagram comments were off, I said, "Yeah, get him, internet ladies."
Yes. Honestly, there's a song called "Pussy Palace" that I really love, and here's a lyric: "Hundreds of Trojans, you're so fucking broken. How'd I get caught up in your double life?" Like, this is really good. It's the kind of album that you listen to that makes you love your dog more. Like, I was listening to the album in my kitchen, and I just looked over at Kevin, and I was like, you fucking perfect angel of a creature. Like, a dog could never hurt a girl the way a man
My dog
can.
would think about it.
He would, and he'd do something cunty like push over your computer, but he wouldn't really hurt you.
I got a dog with cat energy.
Yeah, you do. You really do. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved the album. And it just points out, when you listen to an album, it's so detailed to her specific experience. So obviously she didn't name him, but you can kind of put your own, when you listen to art, you put your own scenarios or your own experience of the topic into the art. It really makes you, or reminds you rather, that there's so many broken people in this world, and they are just spilling their brokenness, their broken ass energy onto others in the form of projecting or in the form of like what David Harbour clearly fucking did to Lily Allen. And he's very maniacal. My picker's still broken because I had such a crush on that guy. I thought he was like a dorky little dad. Nope. He's a man whore, but not in the fun way.
You're gonna just need, you know what? You're just gonna need to run people. I have a skill, and that's like I can energy read a man's like Instagram. So I'm just gonna hold my. But I mean, I'm pretty good at like looking at a guy. I don't want to hear anything about him. Just show me his Instagram. I can tell you if he's an asshole or not. I'm pretty good at that.
How?
I've also figured out if people are gay or not from their photos. That was a service I offered to some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I
that's
right?
A good service.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, that's also not a call to action, but like if you're dating somebody and you don't know if they're straight or gay, email Corinne.
Well, someone, like a mutual friend of ours showed me a picture and he goes, "What's wrong with this guy in this scenario?" And I go, "This is a straight woman dating a gay man is the problem, right?" And he goes, "How did you know that?" I go, "Well, I have eyes." I don't know what to tell everybody.
These eyes.
This is a skill.
I'm crying. Yeah. And it also made me another thing I was pondering other than like people spilling their brokenness all over. I guess because we host this podcast, I forget like it's very easy to get jaded about men in general. But especially when you host this and you have the access to the guys who fucked inbox.
Sure.
You're like, Jesus Christ. Like some of the most appalling stories. And of course I have friends that have absolutely appalling stories. And I was kind of getting jaded. And then I kind of wanted to do a call to action to the male listeners of like, we had like, what's the worst thing a guy's ever said to you? What's the worst thing a woman's ever done? What's the worst a woman has ever hurt you?
Yeah.
Because I need our,
What, did I just hear Eric snicker?
What was that about?
I just heard him go a loud blow into the mouth into the mic.
Well, if you got stories, our email, Eric. I want to know.
We'll call you Schmerick.
Yeah. Because
to ourselves.
In the early days of the podcast, we would say like our definition of feminism or part of our definition of feminism is women can be pieces of shit too. Just give us the opportunity to be.
Yeah.
And so I would love to know from our straight male listeners, what is the worst thing a woman has ever done to you? What is the worst thing? Like conniving. Like you've heard us read these emails about these piece of trash guys. Let's hear about the piece of trash chicks because I need to even the scales in my head mentally for me to like y'all better sometimes. So help me.
I'm going through my head to try and think of like the worst thing I've ever done to a man. And it's funny because it's like, you're like, oh, these are things that the man would say would crush them, but that's because they've never been through the life of a woman. So it only sounds bad in their
and
worldview.
If you're a guy and you send us one of these stories and we think you're being a dumb bitch in the story, we'll
tell you.
We'll tell you.
Yeah.
But like, that's okay. Be a man about it.
It's interesting that you have this prompt for this relationship because when I was, looking through the internet's feelings about this divorce, a lot of people were also chiming in and saying, well, hell, Lily Allen's also been toxic for years.
Okay.
And I was like, interesting.
That's possible. That's mad
But I was also like, that's also just like, it also felt like pick me girl energy. So I was like, I just because maybe she's like, sings songs like fuck you very much doesn't mean she's like, abusing her partner mentally. There's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of people are wolves in sheep's clothing. And I cannot, it's tough for me to pin that down. Like it's really, if you want to fool somebody, come to me. Come to Krystyna. She'll probably believe everything you say. But she...
Like we got to ask Sam Cooper. I don't even know who this is, but this is Lily Allen's ex-husband. So I wonder...
Oh yeah, he is
like, what is Sam Cooper?
Cute. Oh. Not cute. Very British looking. No offense to British guys, because there are some hot ass British guys, like truly, truly gorgeous.
What is his occupation even? A builder and decorator? Okay.
Is that really?
That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you see the divorce, the Matt Cleal divorce thing?
No, what's that?
Who is that?
He's a former NFL player, but his wife made his ex-wife made like a big deal about their divorce publicly. The reason being his penis was too big, and so this has gotten a lot of airplay.
Oh, that's just setting him up for the next lady.
Yeah, no, everyone like all the comments are just like, how much is he giving up so that this is like the press release?
That's crazy.
Whoa, his wife is hot.
Oh.
He's hot. Wait, he has a big dick?
They said it's 2 Coke cans stacked on top of each
Oh,
other.
I
That's
hate
too
dicks
big. That's
like
too big.
that.
Coke
I
can dick
hate
can't do-
Coke can dick.
If you're gonna have, I mean, Jesus Christ, 2? What? Did you get an operation?
Well, it's also
a man could be born with that big of a dick.
It's like at a certain point, the thickness can't be that thick.
I mean, it's
A Coke can is too much.
Coke can is too much.
I've had someone who had that, and it was not.
See, I had 1 Coke can once, and I go, nope,
Yeah,
not gonna fit.
absolutely not.
Not gonna fit. Sorry, pleasure. Almost doing business with you.
No,
but we
thank
will
you.
not be. We will not be.
Wow.
Yeah. So good for you, Lily Allen. And it also made me want to listen to. I love when a woman goes through something like mainly cheating and writes an album about it. There's a lot of good albums about cheating. Fucking Alanis, Lily Allen, one of the greatest albums of all time. Lemonade by Beyonce. I mean, Jesus Christ. I listen to that album a couple times a week. Still. How you doing?
Oh, I didn't know that we were talking beyond Lily Allen.
I didn't know if you wanted to.
No, I'm good. I mean, I always have some things in my arsenal over here, but I like the pop. We've actually been doing really good with pop culture lately, like actually knowing about it.
The Kristen
show.
Bell stuff.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. Mm-hmm. Ugh, Dax. A guy named Dax emailed us.
What?
And he was like, he's like, it sucks that my name's Dax. He said something to that effect.
Oh my god.
He seemed lovely though.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Dax.
Well, shout out, Dax. Thank you so much. And then, here, this is a stat that I learned. Apparently, people with stronger psychopathic traits are more likely to stay friends with their exes. So yet another tick in my box, because people really flipped out on me when I said that there's something wrong with you if you're friends with a lot of exes. And
I mean,
now I
agree.
know that they flipped out because they were psychopaths.
You're just proving us more right.
Maybe
Good for
I should
us.
Stop trying.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. It's weird. It's
not-
weird. I know every time
you
I
can be
dated
friends with like one or
One
two.
or two, for sure.
There are people who are friends with all of them.
Yes, that is psychotic.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's like one or
It's like you're collecting them like dolls.
you can do one or
weird.
two. It's
weird.
and it depends. It also depends like where are you coming from them in the relationship. If it was always kind of like if it was more friendly than like romantic, you can stay friends. But if you're like we're like deeply in love and then you try to be friends right after, there's something wrong with you. You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Maybe years later.
Maybe.
But it's also like why?
Yeah, move on. Make another friend. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're not. I mean, this isn't
That wasn't to you, Eric, but if you're
Directed to you
inspired by it, you take that and run.
Oh my goodness.
You know who's inspiring?
Today's guest.
Dude, word.
What a gem.
This was a really interesting conversation. And it was a conversation I don't think we've had, the topics that we've discussed have not really been discussed on this podcast before. She is a stand-up comedian from Japan. And she is the coolest girl I've ever met. Ladies
really,
and gentlemen.
You're a really cool woman. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, can I be your friend? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show,
Yurie Collins.